Presented from the Aishin Broadcast Studio at Babcock's Media.
Ryan Benton, welcome to Club 3633. Welcome to the club.
Thank you, David. It's an honor and a privilege. I appreciate you and what Tire Review magazine does for all of us.
Well, thank you, and you know, likewise, we appreciate you. What you are. I mean, you're such a great example for the tire industry and you know, doing business the right way. We've known each other for a few years now, and you know, I'm just amazed at what Black's Tire is able to accomplish every year. Let me ask you. You know, I know Black's Tire is obviously a family affair. The whole family's involved, and you all have your niche and kind of what you've kind of taken up the mantle for. What are your first memories as far as working at Black's Tire? I mean, when you think back, what's that very first memory that you've got of being in the shop?
Oh gosh, that's a big question because I have so many memories as a kid. You know, growing up in the automotive business. My father and then later my grandfather drove a wrecker, and so as a kid, to get up in the middle of the night and hop in the wrecker and go on a call to, you know, help someone that has a car trouble on the side of the road. That was my earliest memories. But then actually in the tire stores, I just remember always being either in the warehouse or in a shop, and it was, you know, probably couldn't get away with it in today's day and time. But you know, as a kid, that, you know, just kicking tires coming off of a truck to get them to the warehouse to put them on pallets, and you know, being in a shop before I was strong enough to really lift a tire and wheel, having to, you know, roll it over on my knee to be able to get it on the car.
Oh my gosh, I know so many people in this industry, they literally grow up in the industry. Some of them are born into it, you know, from day one. They're they're born and they're thrust into a little playpen in the tire shop floor or something, you know. I mean, I know that's pretty common.
Yeah, 100%. I literally, I've had a playpen inside of a service station, and you know, was born and raised in a full service gas station. My first formative years, which is a great environment. It's a small community. You know, everybody knows everybody, and you know, it's kind of a village mentality that everybody's looking out for everybody. So.
Oh, I can't imagine. For sure. So now, if we fast forward to today, you know, obviously Black's Tire, you know, you were just telling me you've got just about 1,100 team members. I apologize, team members on your team. You know,
that's the E word.
That's right. And I said the bad word. I almost said it. But even so, I mean, that is a huge accomplishment. That many people kind of under your wing that you're taking care of. What are some of the challenges that you are seeing in this industry on a day-to-day? And then on the flip side, I want to ask you, you know, what's some of those things that you are really, really proud to say, you know, Black's Tire is kind of on the forefront of XYZ?
Well, you know, as you started with our 1,100 team members, I guess if there's what I would be most proud of is just our people. And, you know, we've been blessed with, you know, so many wonderful people in our organization. And, you know, you asked if you know, how it is leading them, or would they lead me? We lead each other. But just surrounding ourselves with great, and also, you know, helping provide a platform that, you know, people could make a living and have you know, a great career. And just a good lifestyle. So, you know, the challenges, you know, people are always changing. You know, times are changing. You know, the world's changing, but people are still people. So if we try not to get away from that and just kind of connect on a, you know, personal level, you know, that the relationships are the biggest part of the business that, you know, that I think is that I enjoy the most. We've made so many, you know, friends, and we say family members. It's not just lip service. We feel it. We we try to live it. to the best of our abilities. And the challenge, though, being growing to that level, I do remember coming, up in the business, and as my career has progressed, that I can remember the days when I would know every person in our company, and I would know their spouse, I would know some of their children. I mean, you really know everybody on a personal level. And then, with growth, there's a price for progress, right? So, it's hard to do that. To really know 1,000 people. But that's where our other leaders and our extended family comes in, to try to develop and build and grow our cultures within our cultures. Each of our locations, our stores or warehouse wholesale centers, they've got their small immediate family within our bigger family tree.
Yeah.
So just maintaining that is a challenge, but it's one that we take seriously. People need to be challenged, I think, and so that's that's what we're working towards.
Yeah, it can be hard, but I think at the end of the day, people appreciate that challenge. And I want to kind of pull on that string just a little bit because, I know that you're almost known in the Blacks organization as the company's biggest cheerleader, right? I mean, and I've seen you working with your team members and, cheering them on and making sure that they're doing the best job and being the best person that they can be. But when you're talking about over 1,000 team members, how do you possibly keep up the morale of over 1,000 team members at once? I mean, I can't imagine how difficult that might be.
Well, it is hard. It's difficult because the world is a kind of a stressful place already, and people, people have tribulations, and we're no different. But having an open door policy and just trying to maximize all the different venues of communication that are available there, and then kind of having a hub and spoke pattern where our people and other people can kind of dissipate and spread the messages. But we just try to utilize from email to Zoom call, social media, to our websites, newsletters, special events, but we put a lot of weight on our managers, our management team, and our those folks are they're tasked with keeping building on that culture, and it's ever changing. It's not being stagnant.
Presented from the Ishin Broadcast Studio at Babcox Media.
So Ryan, of course, with Blacks being a family affair, let's say you've got a young family member who might be interested in joining the tire industry. What kind of test are you going to give this young person to decide, hey, this is really the path you want to go down? Okay, let's see if you can handle this.
Well, I would say my earliest tests, and I've actually done this with my son and all my nephews. We had to haul off junk tires, old tires that have been sitting outside, and it rains, the water's in them, and you got mosquitoes, and it's where we are, it's 100-degree weather, and so I've got lots of memories in my early days of hauling off junk tires. So it is in the tire business. I mean, if we're a hands-on company, so and most everyone in the tire business is, and especially in the retail tire business, that you got to be willing to get your hands dirty. So that's the first test that they got to pass. But not that's what you got to do for the rest of your career, but it's nice, and that's therapeutic. I still like to go out and the warehouse and sling tires every opportunity I get. It's not as much as I'd like it to be, but yeah, that's getting your hands dirty.
I love it. Yeah, you said it best. I mean, getting your hands dirty right from the beginning, jumping right into the fire, so to speak. I think that's definitely a great test to make sure, hey, okay, let's see if this is all right with you. So, of course, we're talking a lot about the history of blacks and how much family is involved here. Everybody in your neck of the woods knows your family, right? And so when people are coming to blacks, they have a certain expectation that I'm sure that you're trying to uphold with your team members. How do you balance the tradition of what blacks might mean to your community and to your loved ones and those around you, but then also you're trying to innovate and keep up with the latest trends and make sure that you're keeping on top of everything? How do you balance those two things?
So we talk a lot about legacy and in our inner circles and around our company, and we want to honor the legacy of our founders and my parents who really built the company at a young age, and so we want to honor and stay true to our core values, our core ethics, our work ethic, integrity, and the all the things that we stand for, but then we have to be open for changing. We've talked about before that we want to embrace change and to be sustainable in the future. Like there's so many quotes and adages and mantras that the only thing consistent is change. The times they are changing, and it's going to continue to do so. So we can't have blinders on and think, well, we're doing it because that's how we've always done it. I talk to some of our leaders and say, although we're proud of how we operate and what we've accomplished, we still need to challenge um, every way we do business and make sure there's not a better way. Doesn't mean we get away from our core, service, serving others, and doing the right thing. But you have objective data and subjective, and we want to have the atmosphere that when you come into a store, people that are familiar with the Black's tire culture, that you can see it and feel it. But then we also have to embrace the technical side, and we've got to we still have a business to run, and we've got to make sure the numbers are right and the tools are right and the processes are right, and they're modern and relevant for today. The vehicles are changing, the tires changing, technology that we're working with every day. So we've got to continue to change and be open to finding new ways, new products, new tools, and but stick with the basics. That's our theme for this year's getting back to the basics. We don't want to get too far, drift too far from the shore either. Just because there's a lot of great ideas doesn't mean every one of them you really need to incorporate right away.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now in 2023, when I stopped by to award your business our Top Shop Award, we spoke a lot during that time about Black Tire's core values and how important that is to you. You just mentioned them. How do you make sure that your team members are embodying those core values? Not that they just know what they are, but that they're really living that out in their day to day.
So, first is we have to continue to communicate them, use every venue of communication, every platform that we can. There's the word of mouth and, being present and physical and shaking hands and talking about it. But I haven't we put so much emphasis on our leadership team and our managers, and our family and our ownership and our leaders have to walk the walk, and lead by example. We have to first look in the mirror and make sure we're doing that every day. But then our managers and their leaders out in the field, and it's not always managers. We have great tire technicians and automotive mechanics technicians that that they're the ones that are that role model for the others, and we want to let them know they have that voice, because I tell our guys always, people will go to work for a company, but I believe they stay there for their manager. So, and then each of our stores and each of our business units, a wholesale center, a retread plant, the leader there is the owner, the manager's the leader and the owner, and that's his business. And so, we try to build the bigger organization culture and the bigger family, but then have each of our locations that, they're immediate family within our larger, organization and group.
Fantastic. Well, Ryan, thank you so much for your time today. I know you are not the first Black's Tire inductee into Club 3633. So, the club is growing within your own organization, and I really appreciate you being here and taking the time.
Well, thank you so much, David. It's an honor, and we appreciate what you guys do. And hey, we learn from y'all. We learn from each other, and that's the greatest part about this industry. I believe is just there's so many good people, with good-hearted people that are are making a difference and helping each other.
Absolutely, I could not agree more with you. Thank you so much, Ryan.
Thank you, David.
Take care.